Welcome back, guys. Right now we are heading for a Jool encounter with our Laythe command pod. This is the craft we're gonna use to bring our explorer back home. This had another set of auto tanks here, which we've already used up. I did the kerbal escape and Jool intercept off screen, as you can see, because that is the long and boring part. So right now gonna time warp a little more, get us a bit closer, then we're gonna do our adjustments and drop us into orbit, because I don't want to time warp a great deal with our actual lander on the ground, because that kind of has in the past led to things glitching out and the lander, well, the craft in question breaking. And since we need to take off with that, again, we're gonna park this in orbit before we actually launch. The reason for that being that the way I intend to do this, I need to know the orbit the command pod is gonna be on before I launch, so I can launch in the direction that will allow me to come closest to the command pod's orbit and thus make the intercept easier. So right now we need to burn northwards, and yeah, you saw me do this in the previous video. We are gonna do much the same thing. We're gonna drop into orbit around Laythe, except that here we have RCS to aid us with the rendezvous, and since we have so much, we can afford to spend a bit of it on this if we need it. Come on, lock in place, be a good little girl. Come on, come on. Yes, that will do. Now, I probably could have duct taped these together because it wobbles something fierce if I do the physical time warp, probably because I don't have struts leading from these to the top of the craft. I probably should have set it up so that the lower ones are jettisoned first, but well, can't change that now. And in any case, it should be okay. Save first, and then we can time warp a bit. Yeah, see, it doesn't like that very much. Okay, yeah, we're gonna adjust this so that we come in more or less horizontally here, and we're not gonna be orbiting horizontally if... Okay, yeah, we're not gonna be actually orbiting horizontally, but we're gonna do another adjustment here to compensate for that. Okay, we want to be more or less over the equator of Jool when we enter its sphere of influence, and when we get closer we can do another adjustment to even things out there. Well, you'll see in a second. Take me longer to explain it than to actually show it to you, so I'm just gonna show it to you. Yeah, we're gonna do an aerobrake maneuver in order to drop into orbit here. We're not gonna be burning up our limited supply of fuel for this. And there is our lander orbiting away quite happily. Yeah, I launched these two more or less the same time. Right now we're, I think, in our 3rd year here. So yeah, this is a nice short hop. Well, all the same, stuff needs exploring. Okay, how high are we? How high are we? Do we need to do that now? Yeah, we need to move up so that we are more or less level with this like so, maybe a little bit, yeah, needs a bit more. Yeah, about here we're gonna do southwards burn to stop our upward movement and to come in horizontally. Yeah, seems about right. Okay, let's turn this thing around and burn southwards. And now we want Jool escape and the Jool encounter markers to be more or less on the same level, if possible. Okay, RCS on, come on, come on. Yeah, I might do the orbital rendezvous part with the return trip, I don't know, I'm gonna check the time after I get the lander into orbit. Cause, you know, the previous video ended up being over an hour long, so yeah. And it's a shifting, there we go. How good's that? Not ideal. Okay, now we need to bring our periapsis in. Downshift to 2 times. Actually, we probably want to orbit the other direction. We want to drop into a 90-degree orbit instead. So we're gonna burn towards 90 degrees here, because that will push this out this way, which will put us into a different spin on our orbit if we come around on the other side of the planet. Yeah, that one's lying. I'm not gonna have a Laythe encounter there, probably. How much fuel we burning there? Actually, it might be better to do that once we actually encounter Jool. And if we do have a Laythe encounter, which I doubt. Oh, actually we do. Okay, never mind. Forget about the intricate maneuvers there. Okay. See, I don't trust this. Okay, I'm gonna grab a quick save here. We're gonna see what it looks like once we get a bit closer. Okay, we want an eventual periapsis of 20 and change. Okay, we're gonna need to do a bit of experimenting here to see how this shifts. That's pushing it outward, so the other way then. Okay, let's try and zoom in here. Okay, so we're stabilized exactly the wrong way there. Okay, turn around. So it doesn't matter which direction we come in on exactly. Okay, yeah, and we want to be orbiting at a slight angle, I think, so that we are sure to cross paths with our lander's orbit once it launches. Because then we just change our orbital inclination at the point where our orbits cross, and voila, we're on the same path. This we want to bring into 20,000 plus in order to achieve a nice good aerobrake. This ought to be good. Yeah, we're gonna come in very hot because we're coming in from an interplanetary trajectory. So, how are we coming in actually? see, crap here. We did quick save. So we can afford to play it like this. Okay, northward. Over the North Pole, eh? More or less. That's not bad. We can work with that, we can work with that. Yes, I think we can. Sorry. Okay, 10 minutes in. Doing great. Okay, we are 16 hours out. Let's... Might have to do a bit of a quick adjustment there to bring our... Yeah, and we should see the planet soon, soon, soon. Let's check the normal view. Where is it? Can't see it. Probably looking the wrong way. Okay, it should be coming up. There it is. There it is. Okay, yeah. So, dropping in from the north. Okay. And we have in fact encountered it. And we are at a slight angle. Excellent. How high is that? Okay, quick save here. We might want to bring that in a bit more. Gonna leave it at 21,000. We're coming in real hot. I do not want... Yeah, it seems like we're wasting fuel here, but we'll waste more if we have to use our engines to drop into orbit. Actually, since we're heading downwards, it might be good to align ourselves with our prograde marker for aerodynamics and such. We don't want the atmosphere spinning our ship around this way and that. No, we want to be neatly aligned. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, moment of truth. Are we gonna die horribly or not? Apparently we're under acceleration too. Huh. Who knew? Okay, downshift. Bit of spin. Okay, here we are in the atmosphere. Whoa, that came on quick. Okay, stay prop. Ooh, jeez. As in jeez. Eek. Okay, did we lose enough of that? Wow, apparently not. Not actually. Let's reload and do this right. This would not be a proper episode if we did not reload at least once. So, we did 21. Let's do 20,000. Because seriously, these few seconds of burning is like nothing compared to what we'll actually have to use in order to 19.5 actually, since we are coming in real hot. This is like nothing compared to... Eek! Eek! Not enough time. Come on, turn, you son of a bitch. Yeah, too late for that. We're being spun around. If I now come crushing down, I'm gonna be really angry. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Well, if the G-force thing was implemented, they would have both gone splat. Right there. Apparently it's still not enough. That is awesome. I'm gonna assume that they have a computer that can calculate this properly, and that, you know, these are just simulations they're running in flight. Because, you know, let's try 18,500 meters, and that is totally insane. You are right about that. But apparently it's also necessary. Okay, let's point ourselves the proper way. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not sure that we can afford to use the fuel. I'd rather save the fuel we're gonna need for this, because that trip is gonna be fun. In any case. Okay, adjusting here. There we go. And yeah, we're gonna dip real low in the atmosphere. Oh no, no physical time warp. not with this, not with this. I don't think we want to do that. And splat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. And did we? No, we did not dip below 18,000. Come on. I vote for an orbit, please. Yeah. Well, we've already saved some fuel in. Well, yeah, we're trying to do a lot of braking with a single aerobrake maneuver on a planet with a very thin atmosphere, so, well, thin compared to Jools, so it's not the best of things. Okay, once we get out of the atmosphere, we're gonna kill some of our remaining vertical velocity here. Shouldn't take too much. I don't think we can dip much lower than that in a safe way, so we're not gonna do that. Well, wasn't that fun? Yeah, this is kind of a mission where you might want to use a bit of trial and error. Kind of have to. I mean, yeah, either luck or quick saves and retries. Otherwise, good luck finishing it. Okay. Now the way orbits work is that you move sideways so quickly that as you fall towards the planet you fail to hit it. And if you weren't moving upwards or downwards, your orbit would be perfectly circular, right? Right. So if you want to drop into an orbit, what you want to do is simply, if you are about moving towards escape, or heading towards planet, just cancel out your vertical speed and you'll be left with just that sideways movement, which makes you miss the planet as you fall towards it. Now, kill the sideways movement, kill the vertical movement. If you're coming in towards the planet, or if you're moving around the planet, if you kill your vertical movement entirely, that will make the point you're at your new apoapsis. Obviously we don't want that, but if we kill some of it, as you can see, this is slowly twisting inwards. We're gonna use time warp here though, because we kind of need to. And hopefully this won't shatter into a million pieces. Yeah, we have to use some fuel here. Okay. Okay. Come on. As you can see, we're moving at a pretty high speed all the same, and the gravity here is lower than Kerbin, so we need to be moving slower in order to stay in orbit. Not by a lot, it's like 0, 8 and change, but it is a little lower. How much fuel have we used? Annoyingly large amounts. But yeah, this is kind of how we're gonna do it apparently. Well, we are bending around faster and faster. We should have an orbit soon, I think. Yeah, here you can see more and more of our vertical speed gets killed by the planet, and we're drifting more and more sideways as we slow down vertically here, as shown by the path twisting around here. And the idea here is to let the planet kill our vertical speed before we move so far away from it that we're out of its reach, more or less. Look how much fuel. Okay, suppose have to accept. How's that periapsis? That is good. Okay, have an orbit here. Okay, wish there was like half speed or quarter speed time warp for when you need to do really precise maneuvers very quickly, but you know, that would be useful at some point. But for now, let's switch over to our lander pod, which still has half a tank here. Should be enough. How are we orbiting? What's our direction? Like that, eh? Okay. So, I guess we might as well go in for a landing. Gonna wait until we're a bit past the apoapsis here, and we're gonna save here, just in case we manage to screw this up. Because that is a possibility, strangely enough. I know, right? That would never happen with me. But just in case through some incredible coincidence I managed to screw it up. Let's save. This is a really complicated mission. How are we coming over that there? Not as ideally as we might like. Okay, let's burn in this direction then. Maybe we can shift it around some. Are you shifting in the right direction? I hope you're shifting in the right direction. Now I can't see the ice. Actually that's good. That's pretty damn good. Okay, we want to bring that in real low. This might take 2 or 3 tries in order to do right. Because we do have to hit the ice cap and it's a small one. At least it's gonna stay stationary as we try to land on it, but still. You know? Okay, first try, bring the periapsis in to say 4,000. That ought to be good enough. Okay. Okay. So yeah, time for landing, guys. Might get a better view from there, I suppose. Take a walk on the sand dunes, but maybe on a later mission, not right now. No, 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 no. 4, okay, axe that. Bring it to 4, make sure we're nice and low there. Okay, we've saved. This doesn't work. This will have, yeah, well, yeah. Okay. And we're gonna want to be pointed retrograde for this. Simply cause. So let's pull this up. The way we're gonna land is we're gonna come streaking in, then at some point pretty close to the ground possibly, we're gonna deploy our parachutes. Then when we're about to actually land, we're gonna use our engines just a smidge to help us bring our speed down even further. And that should allow us to keep most of our fuel here for the takeoff, and we are gonna need most of it, because this thing, yeah. Although I did manage in the test flight to get this thing in orbit on kerbal, so like after my launcher stage exploded and I had to do an emergency landing parachutes, I managed to take off again afterwards. So yeah, you're probably gonna want to watch this. And we're in the atmosphere. Yeah, can't see much right now, but see plenty soon enough. Okay, still accelerating for now. That would be the graphics loading, I think. Okay, that looks weird. That's really weird. Is the ice so far away? I think it's just not loaded yet. I mean, there's supposed to be more of it, right? Yeah, it's not loaded. Damn. Load the ice. Okay, we're slowing down, but quite possibly not enough. Yeah, no, we're gonna be fine, I think. Oh, that's just the ocean. Are we gonna not get far enough? Well, that would suck. Again, if you want to roleplay this, assume that it's a simulation and that you're just trying out different approaches to pick the one that's gonna work. Oh yeah, it looks like we're gonna fall short on this try. Quite probably. Yeah. Loading quick save. So, that doesn't work. Gonna bring it into 10,000 this time. That should give us enough. Well, 12 more like. 12 should be good. Come on, turn, you son of a gun, turn. Okay. That's coming in. Okay. Okay. That should be about... Okay. That's just to nudge us away from that. Okay, let's try this now. If we overshoot a bit, we can deploy the parachute to slow us down. The parachutes. I suppose. Okay, here we are. Where are we at? Okay, ice up ahead. And we need to turn ourselves around here. Quickly, quickly, before the atmosphere makes it impossible to do so. Yeah, that's just the outer edges of the ice. Few icebergs. Okay, come on. Okay, random planetoids over there. We're gonna visit those too. Since I've developed something that can come here, I suppose getting to those is not gonna be that difficult, I think. Hopefully. Yeah. What's our trajectory looking like? That's falling rapidly, which is good for us. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna land pretty good this time. Okay. Deploying landing legs, just so as we don't forget. Yeah. Parachutes here deployed about 12 or 10,000. So you need to be pretty close in to make use of them. Still. Okay. Okay. Okay, coming in for landing. Let's try to avoid any fails. Okay, we don't want to deploy parachutes just yet, since they would shave off a lot of speed very quickly at this altitude, and that would jerk us around, possibly rip pieces off. Yeah, we don't want that. We want that once we're a bit closer to the ground. So not just yet. Come on, come on, come on. Turn, darling, turn. Okay, now we want to turn ourselves more or less vertical. Speaking of which, parachutes. Okay, they're gonna deploy soon enough. We want to let them and hope they don't rip off and that everything works the way it should. Please don't fuck me. Okay, we're good, we're good. So, we want to watch this radar altitude. Once we're below 100 meters, we can start thinking about turning our engines on just a smidge. C to quickly switch. And we're drifting downwards, and we're drifting downwards, and we're drifting downwards, and we're at 9 meters per second, which is survivable but not ideal. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, this. And here we are. Haha! Now we need to plant our flag. So let's get this guy out there. Oh, come on! Don't. Yeah, smile! Oh, yeah, he's excited. And we're climbing down, climbing down, climbing down. Please don't die. Okay. Woohoo! Whee! Boink. Oh yeah. Now this place is mine. All mine. Oh, 37 minutes. Okay. Just bask. Bask in the sheer awesome of the moment. Okay, that's enough basking. Back on board. Okay. Now for the fun part. We need to get back into orbit here. Okay, so your orbital direction, you're climbing now, which means it's this way. So I need to burn that way. So okay, I need to burn southwards and yeah, pretty much southwards and a little bit towards 270, so something like that. Okay, quick save, just in case we screw this up. And we've no more parachutes, so if this guy gets fracked, he's fracked. Yeah, I can't zoom in any better, so okay. That's expanding entirely the wrong way, isn't it? Yeah. Easy, isn't it? So you're heading that way and we need to head entirely different directions, so okay, Good thing we found out about this quickly enough, at least. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. What's our... Okay, those are spent. Okay, so that looks okay. Okay, more 90-ish. Yeah, more 90-ish. No, not more 90-ish. More northish. Okay. Yeah, we need to burn more or less northwards here. Slight adjustments. Here's to hoping we can get into orbit. That I didn't waste enough fuel on this. Not gonna be perfect in any case, but still an orbit would be good. An orbit would be good. Okay. Yeah, let's turn horizontal here. Okay, still more than half of this, we should be fine. Hopefully. Not gonna be ideal, but should be good enough. I think. Hopefully. We also want our orbit to be circular in order to help with the intercept later on. Okay. Yeah, not ideal, but relatively close to the inclination we need, so should be okay. Hope I have some left over for a circularization burn, because we could use that. How far away from that am I? What's our fuel situation? Yeah, we're gonna make it into orbit at least. Okay. So, yeah, that's not bad. How much fuel do we have? Yeah, okay. Let's get closer to that. And then we're gonna burn towards 45, I believe, to change the inclination somewhat, and at the same time to push us into a higher orbit. Well, more into an orbit anyway. Have a periapsis which is high enough to put us outside the atmosphere. And that might have actually shifted us the wrong way. Yeah, it probably did. Great. Okay. Let's wait till the apoapsis. What's our fuel status? Fuel status is good. Okay, we're gonna be able to do an actual inclination change here. Excellent. Okay, let's shift ourselves some. Okay, how close? How are we doing on fuel? Good. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'll settle for close. Okay, that's 142. Okay. That's not too bad. Think. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, let's circularize this at 200,000 and leave it at that for now. Okay. Okay, and at this point, yeah. So we want to shift that away towards, well, it doesn't matter, towards 270, but let's circularize first. Can worry about orbital inclinations a bit later. It's more important that it's, you know, nice and circular actually. Okay, 204, 198 should be good. Okay, what's our fuel status? Okay, we'll want to bring this in actually. No, turn around. Give it just a smidge of power. We want to bring this in and then we'll do some more inclination adjustments. But for now, I'm gonna call it a video.